I love talking cars. There are a few women out there who love talking cars. And I met a guy who is all about cars. Matter of fact, he took over his dad's engine
And
restoration company. What would you say, Skip?
engine and transmission rebuilding.
Rebuilding, that's right. Thunderbolt transmission. They're in the East End now. Harry started it. Skip takes over. Skip's sister Bonnie did the jingle. We put the yeehaw. Locals, you'll know that.
Motor and transmission.
I just love it. So to hear your story is amazing. We met at an Astros game, and one of the things, my husband gets all worked up over certain subjects. You get all worked up over electric vehicles. You
yes.
changed. You went from a nice guy into, okay, we're going to talk electric vehicles. So I wanted to ask you your take. We've got a girl here who just loves her electric vehicles. And when we were having the gas prices were high. She was like, well, I don't have to worry. I just drive right by, after I plug mine in. So what's your take on EVs? And be nice. This is a very friendly radio station.
Because I was sitting there thinking, what's the word that I want to use? Not the word I would usually use, but we are on the radio.
Right.
There's a lot of mistruths, when it comes to electric vehicles. I mean, first you have to realize just about every part on that vehicle is made with some kind of petroleum product, whether it's the rubber, the plastics, the vinyl, even the tanning agents for the leather, the carpet. It's all has some kind of petroleum use. It's 90% of that car is some kind of petroleum product or byproduct.
Never knew that. Never thought about that. Okay. Makes sense.
And it gets worse.
Okay.
Everybody thinks, I'm doing this great thing for the environment. Well, you have to think about it. They have to run a power plant, and they have to generate electricity to charge up your car. So maybe you're not directly contributing a carbon footprint, but you are indirectly, because it's more strain on the electrical power grids that we hear a lot about now, than how they're struggling to keep up with this. And plus with the new AI and all that and all the power demands. Yes. So, and then the other thing is that people don't understand is that the battery, the battery's good for about 5, maybe sometimes 7 years at the most.
Now, the battery is not like a regular gas car
No, it's
battery.
not like a
This
little
is
12-volt battery you go
yeah.
to your local auto parts store and buy. This is a good section of the car. It's basically the whole undercarriage of the car. 2/3 of it is battery.
Mm-hmm.
It's about $29,000 to replace that battery.
Wait a minute. So you spend 60 plus on the car.
Right.
And then the battery stops working in 7 years on a good day. And then you've got to spend $23,000 to buy a new battery?
To buy a new battery on a car at that point is probably not even worth that.
So your car is worth nothing, basically, after 5 or 7 years when the battery dies.
That's correct.
That's amazing. We haven't had them long enough, really, to learn that.
And you just can't go to your favorite independent repair garage and have that battery replaced. You would have to go back to that particular dealer and have it done, because it all has to be remarried to the vehicle and everything has to be programmed back in. Very expensive venture. But here's the one that a lot of people don't understand. Think, what happens to the old battery? They're just going to recycle it. No, it is not recyclable, and it's highly toxic. And what do they do with these old batteries? They find old mine shafts in Kentucky and in Tennessee, and they throw them down these old mine shafts.
Wow.
They're not being recycled.
Wow.
We don't have the capacity to recycle them at this point. And so you think you're doing something really good for the environment, but in the long run, you're not. And think about it. Eventually, maybe 20, 30 years from now, these batteries are going to leach into the water table there. Water table is very important in Kentucky because they make the best bourbon in the world. Well, actually, the only place they can literally make true bourbon is in Kentucky. Well, their limestone water is one of the things that makes it great. What happens when that water table gets contaminated?
Wow. People, if you want to ask Skip, he's just so knowledgeable. I mean, this is his life, cars. And if you want to ask Skip a question, you can always go to tbolt.net. Skip Hartley is who I'm speaking with, and ask him about EVs. Ask him about anything. He's really knowledgeable in cars, and if your husband doesn't know, Skip will.
And yes, ask me about anything, including Nash Ramblers, by God.
Nash Ramblers, the car of my dreams. Skip, you are always so informative. Such a joy to talk to. Thank you so much for reading all those manuals all those years back so you can share your knowledge with us.
Dana, thank you again for having me out.